All right.
Oh, man. I kind of regret what I did now.
Why? What you want to put them in second seed?
No.
Chicago going to finish in the second seed? All right, Arizona Coyotes, 8th in the Central last year with a 25-50-7 record, putting up 57 points, 16th in the West and 31st in the league, so they were not the worst team in the league.
Oh.
Head coach Andre Tourigny, I know much about him as I do the players on this roster. They lost Phil Kessel to the Golden Knights, Hudson Fasching to the Islanders, and Ty Emberson to the Rangers.
Phil Kessel's going to be a big one. Right before I looked up his stats for Arizona, and he led the team in like assists.
Yeah, there's going to be a big celebration this year for him 3 different times, hopefully. He's reaching milestones, I believe, 400 goals, 600 assists, and 1,000 games played, all in this season, like early. So awesome. I'd like to see him get them all on 3 separate nights so they could be like, yeah, you know, like over and over again. They did sign a bunch of players. Not a lot of impact on this, I don't think. Lawson Krause re-signed a 5-year deal. Bokanji Imama re-signed a 1-year deal. Nick Bjugstad from the Wild, 1-year deal. Josh Brown from the Bruins to a 2-year deal. Troy Stetcher from the Kings, a 1-year deal. Laurent Dauphin from the Canadiens, 1-year deal. And goalie John Gillies from the Devils to a 1-year deal.
Mm-hmm. At least they're making some effort here with the Arizona Coyotes.
They made an effort there, but they didn't make an effort with these notable UFAs of Barrett Hayton, 10 goals, 14 assists. Jay Beagle is a notable UFA here. Louis Eriksson, Alex Galchenyuk, Antoine Roussel, goalie Hari Sateri, and Anton Strawman. A lot of decent names there. Like 5 years ago, you could make a pretty decent roster with those guys. I think Jay Beagle could still potentially be something too.
Yeah, Jay Beagle I kind of threw on there. He was out since December with core muscle surgery. And I didn't realize this, but he's been in the NHL since 2008. Won the Cup with the Capitals in 2018.
Yep.
So I'd be curious to see what happens with him. Harris Sateri is also up there. Harris Sateri was that backup when Toronto/Arizona Coyotes last season, where the Coyotes were just having an awful time figuring out goaltending. Vegemelko was their guy.
They still haven't figured it out, in my opinion.
Still kind of haven't figured out. And I think Sateri, although his stats don't look too well, I think he definitely deserves like another opportunity with another team, probably as like a third string or something like that, or some team that will allow him to develop as a goaltender. Because I really do like Harry Sateri there. But yeah, like big names missing out here. Like again, Galchenyuk, Roussel, Strawman. Jesus.
Yeah, I think this is another island of misfit toys here. I do like Clayton Keller a lot, Nick Schmaltz, Jack McBain. Those 3 guys stick out to me. Lawson Krause too, actually. They got a lot of good young guys, I think. I think that the talent was there at one point. No one really to help them grow and develop, though. That's going to be an issue, I think. Zach Cassian coming over from the Oilers gives them a little of a intimidation factor. Nick Ritchie, Andrew Ladd, surprising. Nick Bjugstad, like all these names kind of seem like, could I'm butchering it, but I guess like I don't want to talk shit, but the league kind of has-beens.
Yeah.
Like Shane Gostisbehere, Jacob Chychrun, like these are all guys that not has-beens, but they're like what could have been, like they could have made it, and now they're here, all on one team together. Like if this team was divided up and one or two guys from the roster went to each team around the league, they'd fit in pretty well and fit in with their teams and perform, I think, But I think just it doesn't jive here. It doesn't all mix. There's no star power and there's no veteran presence.
A team of third and fourth liners.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to start somewhere.
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
I don't know here. I just don't know. To jump into the roster here, Nick Schmaltz, career high 23 goals and 36 assists. Missed the beginning of the season with an upper body injury, returned in December. So to have a career high 23 goals and 36 assists and still miss 3 months is pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, you got Clayton Keller is questionable to start with a leg injury. Travis Boyd, Lawson Krause, who's also questionable to start. Barrett Hayton, Jack McBain, Nick Ritchie, who's questionable to start this season. Nathan Smith, Zach Cassian, Andrew Ladd. Andrew Ladd was the last time I heard Andrew Ladd, but he's also questionable.
You Winnipeg Jets, bro. Kidding me?
Yep, that's right. That's right, bud. Christian Fisher, questionable to start. Another questionable.
Are you a Canadian?
I don't know, eh?
I think you are, dude. You're just hammering the Canadian teams. This is wild.
Loving them?
Yeah, dude. Man. Yeah, Toronto, Winnipeg. What are you going to give me next breakdown? Vancouver going to be up there? They're going to win the division?
Can you imagine? I already told you Thatch Demko from the West.
I know.
That's my thought. Still sticking to it. I've been seeing some videos on him, though. I'm like, Maybe. We'll see what happens. But I don't know, man. Just like it's Coyotes is still in their rebuild. Do you want to say rebuild? Because
they're down there.
They're down there, but I don't know. One thing I do want to bring up though is Karel Vejmelka here too. I did like watching him as a goalie. I think he really. His stats don't say it, but when you're on a shit team like the Arizona Coyotes and how fucking bad they were, I think he really stepped up as just a goalie who's just thrown into the fucking wolves in his first NHL season. I think he did pretty well for that team. I think he definitely deserves a starting spot for the Arizona Coyotes. But they picked up Ivan Prosvetov, who's the Coyotes' 4th-round pick in 2018. Last season played 3 games with the Coyotes. Last season played 3 games with the Coyotes and went 0-2-1. And then for the Tucson Roadrunners, played 45 games and had a 15-22-5 record, 3.66 GA and .880 save percentage.
Yeah, so the farm doesn't look too good either, huh?
Nope. So I don't know. I don't know what the fuck the plan is for the Arizona Coyotes here, but I'm expecting the exact same Arizona Coyotes team as last season. That is exactly my thought with this team. I kind of like, same thing with like Chicago Blackhawks. Like, we could sit here and talk about the names. We could sit here and talk about the stats. We could sit here and talk about the goalies. But in reality, it's just like, for everyone listening in, it's going to be the exact same Arizona Coyotes team.
Yeah.
And it's not going to look good for another few
It's
more
not going to look good
seasons.
for the NHL, and Gary Bettman needs to give it the fuck up.
Yep, 100%.
I don't know.
ASU, they're going to sell some tickets there.
I was going to say I was proud of you for not bringing up the stadium thing again, but you fucking blew it. God damn.
You gotta with the Arizona Coyotes. Like, can't get worse.
Ugh.
Can't.
All right.
How about the Quebec Nordiques?
Rattle them off.
Talking about Canadian teams.
Rattle them off.
How about we bring them back?
Go down your list.
How about we bring back the Quebec Nordiques?
What's your 1 through 8?